Welcome to Basketball, the CYC show where just a regular Sunday school servant teaches the youth of our church how to play basketball. Answers any questions they may have about our faith.
And then gets taught how to play basketball.
Challenges to our faith, or also just everyday problems we experience in life. So I have, who do I have with me today?
Hi, my name is Mark, and I'm a senior in high school at St. Mark's, DC.
My name is Steven. I'm a senior also, and I go to St. Mark.
All right, so did you guys have any questions you wanted to discuss today?
So I had one thing on my mind. So when are too many video games too much?
You know, we can't get off Fortnite.
Fortnite. That's a really good question. How do you know when video games are too much? That's a great question. There's actually a few questions that we can ask ourselves from the Bible that kind of help us think in our lives, whether it's video games or TV or literally any other hobby you have. Is this okay? Is this wrong what I'm doing right now? Or is it okay? So the first question we have to ask ourselves when we're wondering, is what I'm doing wrong? You know, the fact that I just watched Netflix for 10 hours, or the fact that I just played Fortnite or FIFA for 5 days, is this wrong? The first thing we need to ask ourselves is this too much? Is this too much? What happened when the people in Israel, the people of Israel were starving in the wilderness? So they escaped Egypt and they're going through the desert and they're starving to death. What happened?
They were upset.
They were upset. Okay, then what happened?
Um,
What did God do once they were upset and complained, and then Moses asked for help?
Yeah, he fed them.
How did he feed them?
what do you mean how?
Like, what did they eat? What did they eat in the wilderness? It's wilderness, it's desert. Like, what did they eat?
Animals?
No.
Bread.
Bread. Where did the bread come from?
Rocks.
No. Remember, the water came from the rock, and then they prayed, and God sent bread from
Heaven.
right? And they called it manna. And manna literally means, like, what is this? So this stuff came from heaven. God literally sent them food from heaven for them to eat, and they're like, what is this? Manna. And they called it manna. Like, what is this? So, and God gave them like a certain command for what to do with the manna. So they would go out every morning and find this stuff on the ground that they can eat. It's like a miracle. But God gave them certain rules for it. Do you guys remember what the rules were? He said, everyone take according to his own need, not more. Okay? Everyone take according to your own need, not more. Obviously, the people are in the desert. There's no food anywhere. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Who knows if this miracle is going to happen you don't know it's going to happen tomorrow. So what if you were them, what would you want to do when you see all this food on the ground?
I'd take for me and keep some for me.
Yeah, let me get a to-go box. Like let me collect some for later, just in case maybe God won't be so nice tomorrow. Let me just take as much as I can. That's what some people wanted to do. What happened when some people did that? Some people took extra. They took too much.
They weren't given any gift.
You would think that, but actually what happened is the amount that they took extra, what happened is the Bible says it bred worms and stank. It spoiled. Even in just a day, the extra that they took stank. The amount that they took that was the proper amount was okay, but the extra that they took was spoiled. It rotted. It was corrupted. And it's the same thing in our lives. You know, it's okay to play sports. We're playing sports now. It's okay to relax and play, video games with your friends, to enjoy each other, and it's okay. These things are not bad. We're not like saying anything is bad, but in the right amount. And actually those people, just so we don't think that, well, okay, obviously it just means that manna spoils quickly, and no, the people were commanded before the Sabbath, the day before the Sabbath, you're not allowed to work on the Sabbath, so you can't go collect the manna. So the day before the Sabbath, they're supposed to collect for 2 days worth. And when they collected for 2 days worth, did the extra amount stink and get spoiled? No, it didn't. So the only thing that this shows us is when we take extra beyond what God commanded us and beyond what is the proper amount, then it makes corruption in our lives. And that's actually what we see in our lives. Like, okay, eating is good. There's nothing wrong with eating. We eat so we can live and be strong and serve and do whatever we want. Too much eating, when it's too much, we call it what? Gluttony.
Like in the hospital, IV. No, the anesthesiologist. Too much.
Okay. Yeah, too much. Very good example. Too much and you die.
Yeah.
Just the right amount and it's good. You can do the surgery. And there's, you can think of it in almost in every single sin that we can think of. The corruption comes when it's too much. It's the same thing with any sin we can think of. When it becomes too much, then it's wrong. So that's the first question that we have to ask ourselves with video games, with anything else. Is this too much?